Ruben, when I came here, I brought a few things that ordinary is personal to me. I lived in England when they introduced American Express card, platinum card. I was living in England when they introduced it. And they said 5,000 people will get it. Those 5,000 people, their card showed charter member. This is my own. Showed their charter member. Member since 1987.
Somebody use it on your behalf.
No, so I lived in England. Ruben,
you
don't need to look at it.
Ruben, I lived in England when American Express introduced black card. And they said 1,000 persons will be issued with this card. I have it here, it's a charter member. To tell you my experience in this card, they told me to go and collect this card somewhere in Sloane Street around Harrods. I got there. When I came out from the station, the man who was in the office where I was going to collect it asked me, "Who are you?" And I introduced myself.
All right. That's Peter Obi flashing luxury American Express cards to defend wealth charter member since 1987. In a highly unusual and viral television moment, the presidential front-runner of the Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC, Peter Obi, pulled out luxury plastic on live TV to silence critics, responding to ongoing scrutiny regarding his financial background. During an explosive Arise News interview, Obi displayed his personal 1987 American Express Platinum card and his ultra-exclusive 1999 Centurion Black card. The former Anambra governor reminded viewers that his massive wealth predated his political life, noting he was Fidelity Bank's youngest chairman at age 34 and resigned from 11 corporate boards before taking office in 2006, adding that public service actually left him poorer. Sharp Edge Nation. While his supporters are celebrating this as an ultimate proof of transparent. Shout out to Kenneth Okonkwo, that's another story entirely. Anyway, legitimate trading success. Critics are calling it an elitist display that is out of touch with the millions of Nigerians currently battling extreme poverty. Is flashing exclusive black cards on national television a brilliant masterclass in transparency? Or does it disconnect the candidate from the very grassroots base he needs for his 2027 bid? Ladies and gentlemen, to give us the Sharp Edge analysis, High Chief Oladimeji Abitogun. Let's have it.
Thank you, Ola. The truth of the matter is that many of us will be dying to have, to hone the kind of a success story that Mr. Peter Obi personifies. So if anybody is going to look at this as a huge disconnect or flaunting of elitist lifestyle, that will really be sad. And for me, I've always wanted to see really successful young people on the block, really digging it out and dishing it on the face of the privileged, entitled Nigerian aristocracy, so to say, the Nigerian oligarchy. I like elements like Omoyele Sowore. I like people like Peter Obi, the underdogs, people that you would take for granted, yet deep down there, they have something they can flaunt as their measure of personal success. I'm not talking of ostentatious living now. Peter Obi did not do that out of ostentation. He was doing it to let people know that he is not what they are framing him, what they are characterizing him to be. What else do they want? Anyway, there must be some words of consolation for Mr. Peter Obi and the Omoyele Sowores of this world. And it is in that song, it is in that ancient fable by Aesop that was lyricized in Yoruba Juju form by Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey, the one that talks of the man, the son, and the donkey. Baba,
Kete kete.
you know, Baba Kete Kete and
Sọmọ tó lè dá kò sí wa tó lè.
So this is what is instructive in this situation. That fable originally was told by Aesop almost 500 BC, and then Obey was able to bring it. I mean, he was able to drive that message home with a Yoruba consciousness in lyrics and percussion. So this is what Peter Obi must embrace at this point. They would want to rubbish all his genuine achievements, his attainments in life would not matter to somebody that would always be scornful. You know, that's the way of Pegon people. Yorubas call them Elegon, Pegon. That is what they live for, just to despise, to rubbish people's genuine achievements. It could be within a family, it could be in the larger society, and it's even worse when people come to political space. And that is what they are dishing out to him. For example, earlier today, when the British Prime Minister Starmer announced that faced over a period of time until September, he would want to resign from office. And Peter Obi was calling on Tinubu to emulate such a worthy example, having failed at everything, including leadership and setting the tone for financial recovery or economic recovery in Nigeria. The massive failure of the current administration there. The response of the people, instead of weighing that call on its merit, whether it is true or not, is to really go back to the Ekiti discredited election to say, oh, the proof of Tinubu's acceptance to the people is in the way people turned out in Ekiti, and our other off-season elections have been won by the ruling party. I said, excuse me? Who reasons like this? If such people were not being afflicted by some generational curse, that, I mean, somebody would see what is true, the genuine struggle of somebody. What I want to take away from Peter Obi's disclosure would be, how did he work that work? And that is why I like biographies and autobiographies. What is the credible path to achieving success? Not in the vanity way that some people would want to embrace a real success. And it doesn't necessarily have to be financial before people record success. You can just have a bowl of Gary and still be happier than somebody who wakes up with, you see, skyscraper of currencies in different denominations from across the globe surrounding him or her. You could still be happier. So how do you attain that level, that measure of success and greatness, instead of discarding people's genuine achievements? I think the individual path to attaining success will be what one should be recommending for the average Nigerian. Having failed at this collective attempt at rescuing the system, maybe if each person now begins to embrace his or her destiny, things may be better. But for people who will just sit in one corner and then all they want to focus on is, oh, He's been dangling a platinum card. He's been dangling a express card. He's been doing this. He's been doing that. No, people should look beyond that and understand that you can challenge people as to what they are worth or their true value, and then you don't expect them to respond. And interestingly, the man said he first had that the express card way back in the 80s, and then the other one, the black categorization thing in 1999, long before he became a state governor. We should celebrate people that are genuinely successful. And you see wishy-washy people who never had anything to boast of in terms of material wealth until they got political appointments or got elected into offices. You can't put them on the same pedestal with people who have always worked hard for whatever they have in life. Not people feeding fat on the wealth of common folks, on what should be the common patrimony of everyone in a country, and then they come around and make it look like, oh, the vast majority of the people are poor just because of one thing or the other. That is not the point Obi is making here. So people should get it, and if they don't get it, they should just deal with whatever they're dealing with. But I think people should embrace their own narratives about a personal path to redemption, about personal path to success, and what have you. And that ultimately would help in making sure that we evolve a better nation. And that cycle continues like that. Sometimes it may not work out the way we envisage it, but most times embracing personal story, personal journey helps a lot. I hope somebody is benefiting from the events that are unfolding around the Nigerian political gladiators every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. We have some other trendy stories around the world. We're going to catch up on some trendy stuff. And yeah, we'll be right back.